Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. If you are new here, then hello, my name is Millie. I post over here 3 times a week on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday. Apart from last week when I didn't post anything because I had the virus. So that also explains why I'm the last person on earth to be doing the Barbie makeup look. So I'm hoping that today's video is going to go well. I have some other things that I'm wanting to film today, so please keep your fingers crossed for me. But let's just dive straight on in. Everything that I'm using here and everything that I always use on my channel is cruelty free and affordable. Nothing here is new. I'm just putting things together in a new way. So, like I said, I had the Rona and my skin is so dry. Like so dry. So I'm needing to add in all of the hydration, so I'm going in with the Essence Hello Good Stuff Primer Serum. This is really great if you have dry skin. I mean, I always have dry skin, but it is extra, super, horribly, awfully dry at the minute, and I'm needing all of the hydration. So I'm going to put quite a bit of this on and try and stop my skin from literally flaking off my face. Whilst I blend this in and make sure that my skin is really nicely prepped, do let me know how you are down below. I feel like it's been forever, like it's literally been like 2 weeks since I've been able to like sit down and film. You will have seen a video on Monday, but that was filmed like 2 weeks ago, so it's been like a whole thing since then. So let me know how you've been. I really hope that life has been treating you well recently. It hasn't been treating me too well, but I am I'm getting there. So for foundation, I'm using the Collection Hydra Serum foundation. I have this in the shade 5 because that was another thing that happened before I got the virus. I went to Manchester, literally known for being the coldest, like rainiest place in the whole country, and I managed to get a sunburn and none of my foundations were matching me, so I also had to take some time off because of that. So that's why it's been like so chaotic over here for a little while, but we're over it now and I am back to, hopefully, cross your fingers, touch wood, hopefully back to regular scheduled uploads, hopefully. Also, let me know, since this is hopefully going to be like a very pink, very Barbie inspired makeup, have you been to see the Barbie movie yet? For obvious reasons, I have not. I have literally only left my house once in the last 2 weeks, so I have not, but I'm going in a few days. I'm very excited about it. I cannot remember the last time I went to the cinema. Genuinely, it's probably been about a decade since I've been to see a film. So, in fact, yes, I think it was 2014. So, it's been 9 years since I've been to a cinema, so I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fun. I don't know what snacks to take. Let me know what's your cinema snack of choice. Probably going to take some sort of crisp, but I don't know yet. I know people have been very opinionated about what they think about the Barbie movie. I am excited to see it for myself, to see what I think of it. I will report back. In fact, if my editing goes well, you will be seeing this as I am in the cinema, which is a little bit of a, you know, inception moment. But hopefully you're seeing this on Wednesday. Hopefully. For concealer, I'm using the 17-second Skin Enhancing Concealer, and I will probably need quite a bit of this today. So, applying generously on these eye bags. Considering the amount of sleep I've been getting, I feel more exhausted than ever. I also feel like I have so much to catch you up on, and for the life of me I can't remember what any of these things are. Like, because it's been so long, like I would normally, like, I don't know, mention little bits here and there, and now I'm like, I've got 2 weeks worth of life to catch you up on and I can't remember what any of it is. I mentioned the sunburn, I mentioned the virus. What else was there? There was other things. For bronzer, I'm going in with the W7 Honolulu Sun Light Bronzer, and I'm going to try and add some colour back into my skin. I apologise if you can hear my cat. She's in here with me today, the big one. She's I've got like a box here that has one of my lights on it, and on the box is my wedding dress in its bag folded up, and she's curled up on top of it. She's cleaning herself at the minute, so if you can hear that, I apologise. She may come and visit us. I know how much you like seeing the cats. The big cat is with us today. The little cat isn't usually allowed in here, so you don't see her quite as much. This is a big girl's room, and I just know the kitten, she would climb on these shelves and knock every single item off. Like, she is a terror. So she's not allowed in here. The big cat, however, this is her room. I am going in with 2 blushes today because I feel like Barbie would wear 2 blushes. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I feel like Barbie would wear 2. This is the Collection Gorgeous Glow stick in the blush shade, and I just feel like this hot pink bright blush moment is so Barbie. So I'm going to apply some of this, and then I'm setting it in with a powder blush, and the powder blush that I'm using for that is the Catrice Cheek Lover Marbled Blush. This is in the shade Dahlia Blossom, and I feel like this is a Barbie blush. Like, I could see Barbie wearing this. It's beautiful and glowy as well, which I feel like my dry skin desperately needs, like all of the glow. So I'm using a glowy blush, and I'm also going in with a highlighter today because I feel like over the last couple of weeks, whilst I've been unwell, my skin has just been so dry, and I haven't even been doing any sort of makeup, obviously. Like, I've just been in my bed or on the sofa. So I feel like I really need to go all out and wear 70 blushes if that's what I want to do. So like I say, I'm wearing a highlight as well as this incredibly glowy blush. This is the Revolution Highlight Reloaded in just my type, and I'm going to pop a little bit of this on top of my cheeks. I feel like this highlight just brings me so much joy. It's so pretty. I'm just tapping back over the top with the blush brush, no more product, but I like to do that just to make sure it's all really nicely blended in, and I am very happy with that. So for the brows, I'm just going to go off and do that because it takes me forever. This is the XX Revolution Faux Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Medium Brown, and the e.l.f. Wow Brow in Brunette. So I'll be right back once I've got some brows on my head. Okay, so I've just tapped over a little bit of the Beauty Bay eye primer and I'm going in with a Beauty Bay palette today, of course. This is the Bright 42 pan. I love this palette with all of my heart. It's so pretty, and what I'm thinking of doing, this may not be what actually happens, but what I'm thinking of doing is doing like a pink smoky thing, cutting the crease and putting like a bright baby blue like on the lid of like the inner half. That's my vision. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to start with a brush, and I'm going to dip into the shade Tutti, which is like a light but still quite bright pink, and I'm going to use a sort of domed fluffy brush, and I'm tapping this all through the like crease. Like, this is going to be like my transition tone. I just zoomed you in a little bit so that you can see what we're doing. I have also put that Tutti shade under the eyes so that it's all the same. Then I'll use the same brush because I like the shape of this one. I just feel like it works really well. I'm going to go into Make Them Wink, which is a deeper hot pink, and I'm going to take a smaller amount of this right on the end of the brush, tap it off because I don't want pink all over my face, and I'm going to sort of stamp this on the outer half-ish. So that has just deepened up like the outer half of the lid, and it's gone very pink, which obviously is what we want for Barbie, but I want it just, I don't know, I feel like I want something like grounding the colour a tiny little bit. Obviously I'm going to do a wing in a moment, but I feel like I want like a bit of like purple, just like a really dark little bit. So I'm using a very small fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into Modern Way on the bottom row here, and I'm just going to take a tiny bit of that and tap it right onto the outer corner of the eye, just a tiny little bit, and then I'm just tapping over it with a little bit more of that Make Them Wink shade. So far all of these are mattes, and I feel like that just looks a little bit more done. Do you know what I mean? Like just a tiny little bit of darkness out there is just making it look a little bit more smoky, a little bit less Barbie, but also, I don't know, I just like it. Okay, I just like it. I'm just going to take a cotton bud. These are the cotton wool cosmetic buds from Superdrug, completely random recommendation here, but these have like the circle bit on one end and then they're really pointy on the other, so I feel like these are perfect for doing this like cut creasy thing. But I need a micellar water, and I need one that's not going to sting my eyes. Difficult. I'll use this one from Revolution. I got this recently and so far I have really been loving it, so just put a little bit of that on the pointy end of the cotton bud, and I'm just going to get my mirror back up. Just going to like take off the colour on the inner part of the eye, but just right on the lid, like creating the space that I want. And the pointy tip of these cotton buds, rather than like a regular cotton bud that's like round, because these are pointy, you can really get the shape that you want. I've really been enjoying them. So I'm just getting some more of that eye base on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to tap that over where I've just taken off all of that pink eyeshadow, so that the blue and the shimmer, so that's my vision, the blue and the shimmer will really stick to this. So I'm going in with a very precise brush and creating that shape. I can't talk and do this at the same time. So now that I have that base laid down, whilst this is still tacky and I'm not too worried about it being completely symmetrical at this point, I'm going in with a dense brush, and I'm going to first dip into Daydream, this light blue, to set down the base, and then I'll go in with a shimmer over the top. I'll probably just do that with my finger, but let's do this one first. So before I go in with that shimmer, I just want to make sure that the join in between the blue and the pink is really seamless. So I'm just going backwards and forwards between the two brushes, between the brush with the pink on, between the brush with the blue on, just to make sure that that blend is okay, because once I put the shimmer on, I'm not going to be able to like fiddle with it too much, because then the shimmer will just end up all over my face, and that is not what we are going for today. So I'm just tapping over all of this just to make sure that that's blended, but I'm leaving that line crisp. So I feel like I'm fairly happy with that now. And I'm going to go in with my finger into the shade Lagoon, which is that one that is next to, I was about to tap it off. That won't make a difference. I'm just going to tap that onto that blue. Oh, that colour is beautiful. I don't use this half as much as I should. So that little pop of shimmer. So this is the side with the shimmer, and this is all of this eye is still completely matte. I feel like you could leave it matte. Obviously I'm not going to, because I love glitter. I feel like one last little blend over all of these edges, and I am really happy with how this has turned out, considering I haven't even touched a scrap of my makeup collection in like 2 weeks. I feel like I've remembered how to do it all. It really is like riding a bike. So I'm gonna do a wing. Where's my liner? It's right here in front of me. Using the Profusion Everlasting Waterproof Liquid Liner. They are coming out with a brown version of this and I cannot wait. I'm so excited. But this is the black. I'm going to do a dramatic wing. And then for mascara, I'm using the Beauty Bay High Key mascara, and I'm going to load up quite a bit of this. I don't know whether I want lashes or not. I probably don't. But I feel like Barbie would wear lashes. But can I be bothered to? Probably not. Let's see. I'll see how I feel once I've done the mascara. Honestly, this mascara is so dramatic, I probably won't even want lashes after I've got all of this on. Yes, as I suspected, I am perfectly happy with how the lashes look without applying fake lashes. I am, however, just going to put a little bit of the Essence Stay and Play Gel eyeliner through the waterline just to like brighten up the eyes again. Sometimes I feel like when you do more of like a pink look, it can lean a little bit eye infection-y. So going in with a bit of this just to brighten up right in the waterline again. I feel like this is one of those tiny steps that just makes the world of difference. I'm going to just take a tiny little sort of pencil brush and I'm dipping into that Lagoon shade, the shimmer that we put across the lid, and I'm going to pop it right on the inner corner. Ooh, do I hate that? I've got to do it on both sides now, haven't I? I feel like I might hate that blue on the inner corner. Now that I've done it, I'm going to get a different highlighter. I'll just use a little bit of this one, the XX Revolution highlight in the shade Echo. A very bright, very sort of shimmery highlight, and I'm going to tap a little bit of that over the top to try and make me hate that a bit less. Yes, I feel like that looks better. The blue on the inner corner, I wasn't quite vibing with it. So let me zoom out and we can finish the rest of the face. So for the lips, I am using the Essence 8 Hour Matte Comfort Lip Liner in 03 Soft Beige, which is like the nudiest of liners, lip liners that I've got. So overline the lips a little. And then for lipstick, I'm going in with the MUA Satin Sheen Lip Stylo, and this is in this shade Super Nude, which is a tongue twister and it shouldn't be, and this is like a glossy sort of a finish, but it gives the colour payoff of a lipstick, and I absolutely love those. So I think I'm done. Let me just fix my hair. I don't even think I want any more blush. Maybe the 2 blushes when I like actually applied was the perfect amount. Let me know what you think. I feel like this is definitely the look I was going for, apart from the blue on the inner corner. I don't know why I did that. I regretted it the second I did it. But this is the finished look. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's any other like Barbie sort of looks that you want to see. Like I say, after I've seen the movie, I will probably want to do about 10 million different Barbie looks, so let me know if there's anything else that you want to see here. If you are new here and you've made it to the very end of the video, I would love it if you would subscribe down below. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye!